Hey guys, welcome back to Tokyo Bunny Gaming. Since the survival video game This War of Mine has become a permanent part of the Polish high school reading list, I want to make a quick beginner's guide for all the new players to the game. Given the fact that survival games tend to be quite difficult and a level of competency is required to really delve into the experience, the purpose of this guide is to share 10 top tips all players should keep in mind when playing this game. By following these tips, you too can experience the harsh realities of war for those caught in the middle that the game is trying to convey. Section 1. Basic Survival. Since the main objective of this game is to survive through the war, players should keep these 3 tips in mind to ensure their survivors live for another day. 1. At the start your game, always scavenge your home base for supplies. In every scenario, you are given several piles to collect a variety of useful items to begin transforming your shelter from a vulnerable dwelling into a secure home. By properly managing your survivors, you can easily clear your shelter of materials before the end of the first day. 2. Plan your scavenging objectives carefully. Have an idea of what you need to build first, the materials you need to build it, and where you need to go to find those materials. Initial locations like the abandoned cottage or city hospital have no enemies but limited resources, while more dangerous locations like the warehouse or brothel are packed with valuable items and enemies armed to the teeth with guns and bulletproof vests. The expected materials and danger levels are indicated on the selected locations before entering them, so use them as a reference before planning your venture. 3. Ensure you have enough essential resources to keep your characters alive. Characters have 4 main statuses: hunger, health, mood, and fatigue. Keep your survivors well fed and sleeping in beds to manage their hunger and fatigue and avoid morally questionable acts, getting into fights, and maintain a warm shelter during winter to keep your survivors from getting depressed, injured, or sick. Neglecting any one of these can quickly lead to a downward spiral that can result in a game over. Section 2. Crafting and Scavenging. Crafting necessities is essential to make it through the raids and long winters so your survivors can see the end of the war. Here are 4 tips to keep in mind. 1. Use the materials you obtained from scavenging to craft new items. In most scenarios, there is no benefit in conserving materials. If you have the materials to build or upgrade the item you want, upgrade ASAP. 2. Always build a metal workshop, bed, and stove as soon as possible. These items are the building blocks to any shelter and should be the first items to be crafted. A bed is necessary to manage fatigue, a stove to cook food, and metal workshop to build a crowbar to open locked doors. You are often able to scavenge enough materials to build a bed, metal workshop, and crowbar before the end of the first day. 3. Always having a shopping list for the materials you need. Due to the limited number of materials your survivors can carry back from each journey, you want to ensure you are obtaining the materials that will be used to immediately craft your next item, not something that will eventually be used down the line. 4. Don't forget that you can trade. Franco the trader will visit your shelter every 3 days or so, bringing with him a wide range of materials, but most importantly, a lot of wood and components. If you are in a situation where you have to choose between a high-value item such as cigarettes or medicine and 2 pieces of wood to fill your slot, consider taking the high-value items instead. You will be able to trade the high-value item for much more wood and components than you can carry, thereby allowing you to get access to more essential components at once. Section 3. Tough Choices. Surviving a war is never easy, and you are going to have to make some difficult decisions to survive the war with all of your members intact. Here are 3 tips to keep in mind. 1. Really consider the risks of engaging in a fight. Your survivors are regular people, not action heroes, so confronting an enemy head-on is asking for trouble. Even if you survive, coming out wounded or worse means your survivor needs to spend several days resting in bed and using up valuable bandages with reduced mobility until you fully recover. 2. In addition to fighting, carefully consider who you fight and kill. If you get caught in a fight, it is likely not going to get resolved until one of you is dead. Killing the wrong people will leave your survivors with a guilty conscience that will eat away at them. Even if they are physically healthy, they will be mentally distraught, which is result in lashing out and injuries. 3. Help your fellow man. There will be rare occasions during the game where survivors need your assistance, whether it be on the field or coming to your shelter to ask for aid. Consider lending your manpower and/or materials to help your fellow man. It never hurts to help a person in need, especially when times are dire. I hope these 10 quick tips can provide you with some tips to really experience the struggle of surviving in a war zone as a citizen. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe.